Hi, I'm Marilyn, and I want to welcome you today to Exposing Grief. When we expose anything, it becomes less threatening. To expose loss and grief will provide us with some emotional control. In 2020, we laid the foundation for these conversations. Over 12 episodes, we explained how loss and grief can and does occur at any age or any stage in life. You can go back and listen to those foundational podcast episodes, or you can begin listening today as part of your personal journey to become more emotionally and mentally healthy. This journey toward emotional well-being is personal. You cannot force or coerce anyone to become physically or mentally healthy. A person has to desire to be healthy and must be willing to do all the hard work in order to see results. Dreams are fun because in our dreams we can do or be anything we want. There are no limitations in dreams. Little children can fly to the moon or discover a cure for all diseases. There are no roadblocks to success. In our dreams, every day can be sunny. Everyone we encounter can be friendly. Life is perfect. There may be the occasional nightmare, but our best dreams overcome those. Even in play, children can create the ideal world. However, what about reality? Who teaches us to cope when our dreams become broken or even shattered? Hopefully, it's someone who loves us enough to let us know that dreams don't always work out the way we plan, but there's always a chance to create new dreams. Of course, dreams don't become reality without a goal, a plan, and hard work. But even with all the planning and hard work, sometimes the goal is not attainable. When that happens, and it can happen to anyone, then the death of that dream or dreams has to be acknowledged. Then the loss of the dream has to be grieved. Many people don't want to or neglect to go through the grieving process. Sometimes they're unable to define the emotions that they feel. Sometimes they think they can muscle through the process, but feeling the loss and grieving it are the best way to allow the body to release the memories. Many of us with dreams work really hard, and it can take many years to get to where we want to be. Then when something happens to disrupt that dream, it crushes us a little inside. Sometimes that crushing is huge. It can be compared to the breakup of a serious relationship which we thought could be permanent. Even parents who dreamed of having all boys or all girls or that perfect combination have to sometimes grieve the loss of the ideal family. The ideal is really to have healthy children, but sometimes we can become obsessed with the dream we may have had for many years. The dream can be like an old friend, and it can be hard sometimes to let the dream go. No one enjoys grief. It can be difficult and confusing. Sometimes it may also seem selfish, but it is not. Grief allows our bodies time to process the finality of a situation that we do not have the ability to change. Time is the key. Grief can take time that we feel like we do not have. Some people even view grief as self-pity. It is not. Think of grief as a cleansing or purifying process. We don't have problems detoxifying our bodies. Grief accomplishes the same sort of benefits for our emotions. Embrace it when it comes up in life. Try to recognize it. Since our society puts so much emphasis on happiness and joy, it can be difficult to know what is actually going on when a situation comes up that we need to grieve. We may at first just think we are sad or depressed. However, if we dig a bit deeper, we can discover the causes of the sadness or depression, and it may be the loss of an unfulfilled dream. Whether we recognize it or not, we each have created some idea of what our lives will look like. Even as children, adults will ask us what we want to be when we grow up. Most children have an answer for that question. Of course, the answer may change over time, but the seeds have been planted, and our minds take off on the adventure to turn the dreams into reality. Take time today to reflect on your own journey. Are there any dreams you need to mourn and let go of? It's okay to do so. There is always time for new dreams. If you need professional help in working through the process, do not hesitate to seek it out. These conversations about loss, grief, and emotional well-being are necessary and perhaps well overdue. Be a part of these important conversations. Thank you so much for being with me today. I hope to visit with you next time on Exposing Grief.